When I tried to look this subject up that this video is about, I found that Google claims there aren't any links with that phrase. Now there will be. The last time this happened, I got several hundred views, then suddenly none. And then suddenly Google and YouTube and every other entity involved had to put up a Q&A page and actually help people. We'll see what happens now. I don't say share things much, but no, really, you might want to share this. Upcoming channel membership charges. Thank you for being a channel member. We hope you'll continue to enjoy your access to special perks. As a reminder, the 1 month 100% discount you received on your membership ends. And soon, or at a specific time, it'll say, you'll automatically be charged, it says $3, on a recurring basis. If you want to see your current membership details, or change your payment method, or cancel before your next charge, and possibly respond with, I didn't do this, why are you trying to charge me money, is this real? You have to go to your YouTube account settings, and instead of giving you the link, it won't, because they want you to not pay attention to this email warning and find out you have a charge in your account, or not. If you have any further questions, go to our help center. Thanks. YouTube team at noreply@youtube.com, because nothing says communications like a one-way conversation. The YouTube account settings link, help center link, email options email link, all of them go to a URL that is c.gle. This is a legitimate Google-owned short link domain created in 2024 on May 20th. It's for services like search or discover functions. But these short link links that you get are all long links with tracking information and unique identifiers to see if they can do some market research on you. The domain is also used, quote, for custom domain name extensions for use by businesses, which means whether or not it's a legitimate Google-owned URL, it can be used by anybody who figures out an exploit and can trick Google into being a falsely legitimate link. I'm not going to trust this. You shouldn't either, in my opinion. Google has, in the past, tricked someone using the same URL into installing or enabling photo sync, filling their Google Drive because it siphoned up all of their images, presumably for AI training. And then Google sent that person emails for them to pay more for storage, and also made it to where if you wanted to delete them from storage, you couldn't just delete them by selecting all. You had to do it manually one at a time, which is a deliberate dragging feet behavior on their part. And on top of that, everyone recognized this in the areas that I saw this kind of behavior as a dark pattern, exploiting us into unwanted processes they know will be creating resistance and friction so that you will just lay there and take it. You can look up dark pattern on Wikipedia, and I have an archive that ends in QRS2 if you want to see an example where it was the photo function enabled. Apple has done the same thing and been caught. People were commenting on the fact that almost every large corporation that has the ability to do any form of recurring payment demand and get away with it opts you in for shit you didn't want. This is explicitly illegal. And I'm going to repeat that. It is explicitly illegal to use your credit card or bank information for other services you didn't opt into. It's just illegal. Yes, I know some senator, governor, or God help us, frickin' Trump has, basically enabled this to be continued to be done. I understand that we're dealing with, we're in the end times of our world here. But it is explicitly illegal on the city, county, state, and federal level, as well as international law, to do this because you did not consent to have finances taken from you. I'm going to describe how to fix this, but let's deal with a specific viewer that sent me a complaint about this. I sent a reply. No further information. Okay, first of all, this may or may not be okay, but please do not reply unless you're advised by a geek, because I had to go through and look at these links and figure them out. So I do not recommend communicating with something that looks suspicious at all. All you're doing is confirming you've read it. You give no indication you have observed anything. That means you block outside images by default on your email. You're going to have to learn how to do that because every email system is different. You have to give them nothing in return so that they don't know even if you saw the email. Period. But don't send a reply. All you're doing is making sure that you're known as a mark. And obviously, if you're not or whatever, if someone said that they opted you in a month ago or so or weeks ago and that they're going to start getting a recurring charge, that's bait. It doesn't matter that, again, this is actually just Google running a scam or not. Let's continue. I never bought anything. Doesn't matter. If you have an email account and you have a credit card number or bank account number, literally just a bank account, doesn't even have to be a checking or savings, just an account of any kind, and any entity sells it, your bank sells that information. Some company somewhere can just simply create a fake transaction and cause this, and they'll just claim you okayed recurring fees because I'm going to be preaching here. Virtually every one of you out there, if you're under a certain age anyway, keeps signing up for shit that has recurring charges. And I said this once and I'll say it again. Simply everybody needs to pick a day where it's not dopamine purge detox. It's recurring fee detox. You have to cancel everything even if you love it. Everybody on one day says, we're canceling everything. And just do this. That means that you lose access to all these services. You downgrade everything to free only. Get rid of all the for-pay charges. Just go through the trouble. Yes, they make it really hard to do. And people at one time couldn't unsubscribe from AOL, and they would get sent bill after bill after bill. I lost thousands of dollars at one point because they said I had that, but they couldn't prove it. And eventually AOL had to settle with everybody. That was a multi-billion-dollar fucking screw-up on their part. You really think companies don't do this on a regular basis? And again, all of you screaming, "Buh, my freedoms, I don't want regulation," you voted for this kind of shit. Over and over again. Stop it. If you didn't buy anything or didn't opt into anything, you must see this as an ad or a scam or a threat. Treat all of the statements and claims as being by default false until proven otherwise true. The burden of proof for someone who's claiming they have a right to pull money out of your account is on their part. And your bank has to be contacted eventually at this. Now some help. On mobile or tablet, because apparently everything that isn't a fucking cell phone and isn't fucking a tablet and isn't running an operating system owned, operated, and remotely accessible by Google or Apple, everything outside of that must be used the hardest way possible. If you're on any other system other than a mobile or tablet or something else proprietary, I'm at a loss how to fix this because, again, this corporation could have, it's a multi-billion-dollar company, does high-tech stuff. They can't include a fucking link to the opt-out. That is a tacit admission that this is a scam done by a corporation. I didn't say the URL was incorrect. I'm saying it's a scam being done by a big corporation. This is a multi-billion-dollar company. Even if you find them from here to hell and gone, they'll refuse to pay it, or they won't give a shit if they pay it, and they'll just keep doing it again. They will keep doing it again until you punish them to the point that you're throwing. When you throw a CEO in a prison and don't let them out for 10 years, suddenly everybody behaves themselves. I can think of other things to do with them. But anyway, on your mobile or tablet, but not on your PC or Apple or anything, tap your profile picture while logged in. Then look for paid memberships, tap the membership, and then look membership lists, look for the one you want to cancel, or again, I'm going to repeat this, cancel everything. And if they ask why, you ran a scam and put in upcoming channel membership charges scam. You have to call it that. You have to call them out on it so they know exactly what you're referring to. And then underneath, you opted me in when I never asked for it, so I'm opting out so you learn your lesson. I'm maliciously complying. Make up some wording, but include exactly what the email said. Even if it isn't their fault, even if it's one of their affiliates, the email did not clearly state that this is an affiliate and it's not YouTube or Google, and it did not clearly state that it was optional and you're opting in. This is acting like you have to opt out. because you signed up for something for free. And if you're not aware of it, a lot of you remember this though, but not some of you don't. YouTube signed everybody up for a free trial for everything and then started demanding money last time. And then they were told, this is illegal, stop it. And they stopped it. And in some cases, they charged people and had to refund them. And because the people filed a court case, they got triple damages because it was wire fraud. Large corporations commit wire fraud all the fucking time. But anyway, you hit your paid membership, tap on the membership you want to cancel, tap continue to cancel, select your reason for canceling, put in a protest statement, and tap next, tap yes. That means you cancel. On other systems, I am at a loss, but here are the links. YouTube.com/a bunch of stuff. One of them is paid memberships, question mark, no app equals 1. I don't know which one you use. I'm assuming if it says no app equals 1 with a question mark before it, that means you're doing it from a PC or desktop. I'm not going to type them in. I'd have to be logged in, and I'd have to lock my computer down even more than I normally do. As it is right now, I haven't seen an ad willingly in 4 years now. That's how hard you have to lock down your computer. And I have to lock it down further to do this kind of test. Then there's also support.google.com/YouTube, question mark, troubleshooting a bill. There's also answers with some numbers at the end. Then there's Apple support, because it might be Apple support, but they're not admitting it's Apple. Yes, there's an incident of that. And I have several URLs below to other people making the same complaints. Upcoming channel membership charges did not show up in Google search if I applied it with the word YouTube and put it in quotes, which means Google is very obviously not being called out, number one. Number two, they don't think anybody's searching for it. Or they're hiding this so they can get away with it for a little while. This is the kind of shit you would expect out of porn sites in the old days. Guess what happened to porn sites? I don't know if you know this. Porn sites don't break the laws anymore and have fewer pop-ups than YouTube. One of the jokes used to be, wow, it's like going to a porn site when you went to Facebook or whatever for all the pop-ups. Now the joke is, wow, it's like going to YouTube for all the pop-ups when you're looking at a porn site. That's bad. Porn sites need to make money somehow. They offer a lot of free content. Harassing you and demanding you turn off your ad blocker doesn't make them money, so they fucking don't do it. This is the irony. Even websites that are run by and for hackers tell you to turn off the shit that would let you get hacked because they don't want to get hacked by your computer turning into a bot. It's that bad on the internet that the hackers that are talking about breaking into people's computers and stealing their credit cards are worried about your computer being infected. Funny, huh? I get better security advice from the people who are trying to violate our security. So what do you do about this? Again and again and again, I've said this in many videos, but here we go again for the umpteenth fucking time. Every one of you watching, and if you're not watching, I will allow you to clip this. It's okay. I will enable. I'm not kidding. You can clip it. It's cool. Repeat this to everybody. Don't have to use my video, obviously, but apparently that affects you when I turn it off. Some people complained. Tell everybody you know on a specific date, I don't give a shit, just make it one day, to cancel literally everything we get charged for on a regular basis that isn't necessary for water, food, housing, clothing, electricity, whatever. Unless it's a bare necessity to survive, everybody needs to, on the same day, cancel everything. That means you lose access to Roku or Netflix, or you cancel everything. Why? Because the recurring charges these companies don't have to do anything for other than nag you for the next amount. If all in one day they see a protest where everybody cancels everything, we'll be better off, and they'll either get really desperate or go out of business, and they deserve to. And you have to go through your bank account and check on it. And lastly, I'll point out, some of you may find out that you need to literally set up a brand new account, tell the bank, I have been a victim of wire fraud, don't sell my information. You're signing a contract. You can get one from the Electronic Frontier Foundation, EFF, that says the bank agrees unless you provoke something that they're not allowed to opt you in and sell your information. And if they don't agree to that, you don't go to that bank, you go to a different one. Find some bank somewhere that'll do that so that they literally don't sell your information, so that's not a security issue. Transfer your money over and cancel your accounts. I'm not joking about this. This may be what we have to do. cutting their balls off. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Good luck with that. You'll need it. So